episode of the jungle. You know, I don't know, man. Like, I'm really excited about this. It's something different, something cool. I really hope y'all like it. I got my man Cool Ant with me, you know, fresh from Baltimore City. You know how we coming, man. You know how we get down in this city. But I also got my two favorite people with me, my two co-hosts. But I'm gonna let them introduce themselves, though. You know, they got their own, you know what I mean, going on. So we gonna tune into them.
Okay, I'm Yaya. You feel me? I am the CEO of Solo Bands, which you see behind us. I am also an artist, so I do have some music out. Go Stream for Life that just dropped Friday. You feel me? That's a vibe.
I'm Trent. All I do is ride bikes and throw parties, but I like having fun, man. I'm all about having fun, doing the right thing, though.
Yes, sir.
Cool Ant. You're Cool Ant?
Yeah, I'm Cool Ant, everybody. You feel me? Comedian, philanthropist, marketing rep.
Big on comedian, because the nigga is funny.
Big on that. Big on community, too, man. So we definitely...
Man, before we even get into that, and please tell them the tattoo that you getting today.
Yo,
what
so
it's
right
about.
now, man, in 1968, the Olympics was being protested by black people. Like, we weren't supposed to run. Yeah. And the two people that I'm getting tatted right now, they ended up running the race. One won first, the other one got third. And Phil Knight, you know, he like coached them, and he was like, yo, y'all can sit here and not run and protest like everybody else, or y'all can win it and just do something iconic. So they won, and they put their fists in the air on the podium. They ended up getting like stripped of their medals and things, you know.
Just for doing that?
But yeah, just for doing that. We gotta think of 1968, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, any rebellion.
So I learned the story when I got the Nike job on the campus, because they got like this wall filled with like some of their favorite athletes and just their stories. So when I heard the story of this, I was like, bro, you know how much balls that take? Like in the Olympics, you like, yo, we ain't even gonna sit it out, we gonna win it, and we call it drag. You feel me?
I love that idea.
I was like, hey man, it's only right.
Damn, I gotta look at that story. I'm gonna check that out when we get out of here.
I'll send it to you for sure, bro.
Definitely.
And it's crazy though, cause in LA, I ended up meeting the guy in first place. I ended up meeting his stepdaughter.
Okay.
So me and her do a lot of work together now, like in the running community. So it all ties together.
So what was she like meeting her? Like, did she talk about her dad?
She cool, bro. Yeah, she talked about him a lot, man. Sadly, he signed to Puma, you know. But. Yeah, but he legendary though. He legendary.
As long as it ain't them joints Meek Mill used to wear. Remember Meek Mill used to wear them flat Pumas?
Yeah.
As long as they ain't one of them. If it's like that, Puma got some good shoes. They like the R sections.
Try to sell us them Pumas.
They coming up though on the
That's what I'm saying. Them old school ones they used to have with the little with stripe with the red, whatever color they
these
would
companies
be.
bringing up like the retros now. If you look at like
listen, them bitches ain't had no support.
But you know, history repeats itself.
Yeah, real talk.
No
my man G definitely rocking this joint. This
yeah, you definitely doing it. So let me ask you a question. Are you involved with the Olympics in any way?
So I'm not involved with the Olympics. Nike is for sure, because they like official sponsor. But I don't know if people know, but the Olympics is gonna be hosted in LA 2028.
Okay.
And we got an office in LA, and LA is where Nike started at. The very first door was in Santa Monica. So it's real big for the company. So I'm pretty sure I'll have my hands tied in some type of activation. I can say the official Olympics, like I'm gonna hold the torch or something. But I'm pretty sure like when it comes to like shakeout runs, or when it comes to like different pop-ups or marketing things that we're gonna do in LA, I'm pretty sure I'll have my hand involved in that.
Okay, so now you touching on that, right? That's one part of your life. I feel like running is a big part of your life, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen lately, like from on your page, you've been following, like you've been trying to venture into comedy.
Yeah.
I want you to touch on that and really tell us what that's about.
Comedy though.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like
a lot of people don't know that.
People that just meeting me, they don't really know the journey or the story.
See, I'm just me. I'll be honest. I'm just me.
So I started on Vine.
Man.
Bro, like, and I ain't like toot my own horn or nothing, but I was one of the first people in Baltimore with a K on Instagram, because when they stopped Vine, I had all my people from Vine come to Instagram. So I had like 10.3. I remember they had the numbers like 10.3K.
Baltimore history right here. Baltimore history.
Crazy. So that's when like G Songs hit me up. I started doing work with G. I started doing work with Cleon. And I'm gonna be honest, like these dudes really like showing me how to like monetize my comedy.
Okay.
And the reason I started comedy was because I just wanted people to feel good. I'm like, dang, if I can make people feel good for my words, like that's what I want to do. Like I love doing community work, so this is my form of community service. But then like as I got older, I'm like, dang, like it's cool to make people laugh, but what is that real impact gonna be? Because like we can be in a comedy show for 2 hours, you can laugh your tail off, but then you go home and you're dealing with the same issues that you was dealing with, and I'm like, I'd rather teach people how to fish before I give them a fish. You know what I'm saying? And like, so it's like, yeah, I love why I'm doing comedy. I enjoy doing it, and I took a break from it only because I went to college and you know I joined the frat and I wanted to focus on the frat, so I had to lock in for real. Got that, but then when I graduated, I was like, all right, now I'm a grown man, so I gotta approach this like a business.
Right.
So instead of putting all my ideas on social media, I'm like, bro, let me turn this into like money. So I started like writing movie scripts or like short film scripts, or like I started doing stand up, some more in person, more live. So just try to find ways to like really benefit from it before I like water it down, just putting everything on the social.
You got any comedy shows coming up?
I do, yo. Tomorrow actually.
Wait,
yeah, at Remix
Sunday.
right downtown. I'll send it to y'all. We have Remix right downtown.
Okay.
RY. But by the time they see this, is gonna be over with. But yeah,
you might as well not even promote it.
I got y'all. I'll get y'all some tickets, man. Reserve a table for y'all. But
I already got my tip.
oh yeah, we are. Oh God, we right.
Oh, then we in there.
Now he goes.
You ain't put up.
That's crazy.
But you'll be there though.
We family.
I'm crying. No, he ain't.
So all right, then that's good.
Yeah, yo,
We'll
so
stop by.
So then, like now, when I got to my actual nonprofit, I really locked in on my nonprofit. Started the Run Club. Ended up getting the whole thing with Nike. And then they moved me to LA last year. And like since I've been in LA, it's like a creative place. I was like, all right, so now that I'm settled, got my feet planted, trying to have some fun with this. Like, so I got back into doing stand-up. I've been doing stand-up for like a year in LA now.
Damn.
I just don't post it.
So
it's like I tell people like it's no like y'all. It's no need until I really start like doing something that I'm like, all right, it's time for them to see this.
So how is like, you said you did stand up. Have you done stand up in Baltimore as well?
Yeah, heck yeah.
So how is it different from Baltimore, LA? What is the difference?
The community.
Okay.
Like Baltimore know you.
Right.
Feel me? So it'd be your mother homegirl in the show, or like feel me, your cousin in the show, your aunts, like everybody here, people that grew up with you, and it's a surprise to them because they be like, dang, like my man really do, like dang, I know Ant, but dang, this is funny Ant right here, like you're really funny.
You know what I found?
What's
you know
that?
what I found crazy? When people know you and you really show them how great of a person you are, they be taken back about it, like because like people just sometimes see you like, let's say you know me since I was 6 or something like that. You see me as Lil, you know what I mean, Lil Trent or so whatever. But when I grew up, now I grew up to this figure. Now it's hard for you to believe that I am who I am now, or I do what I do now.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true, and we can't even blame them though. Like bro, when I sit back and really think of certain things, I'm like even now I'm home, right? And things are so different. One of my good friends hit me up and she was telling me like, it's not that the city changed, it's you changed, right? And I was like, yeah, you're right. I hear it all the time, but I'm never one to be like, yeah, I wouldn't gain all these experiences. Now I'm coming back this like, you know, level up, or like that's not me. Like I want everybody to feel that empowered. Like I'm here to share my experiences, not brag about them, you know, and share them in a way. But I want y'all to experience it. Like, bro, if one of y'all right now, I'm like, bro, I want to come out in LA for a week. Can I stay on your couch? Yes, no brainer. It's a no brainer because I want you to feel this. Like we don't have access to these things out here, but the minute you taste it, I would be happy to see what that do for you. And speaking on like even like my comedy show, right, bro? Like I'm so big, and she spoke about this, so I would like repeat it. But like Just Hilarious, her first time ever doing stand up, ever doing anything was at my comedy show. Okay, feel me? That's like family. Like so, it was like all about just me telling her like, yo, take the risk, jump out there. There's a bunch of people here. They like you, they like me. Like fuck, just go out there, just do it. Like, and that's just me. Like I'm here to empower people. So if I can do that, by you sleeping on my couch or by me doing a community service or whatever, bro, like I want you to win. Like I don't even know you, I just want you to win.
Absolutely.
So how was your first comedy show? Like what was that like? Was you nervous?
Did you bomb?
Like ever? Yo, it was like 4 people in the spot, bro. Yeah, it was.
You better make them 4 people laugh.
Sky Lounge up in
I know Sky. Yeah.
Sky Lounge. I had Sky Lounge banging, bro. Every Sunday it was called Cool Sundays.
Okay.
It was like 4 people in there, and I finessed it in a way of like I was like, all right, I'm gonna be the host. I'm not gonna do stand up.
Yeah.
The host,
I know about the host or how you host it and you just talking.
Exactly.
Basically you freestyling, right?
Exactly.
Right.
I'm gonna be the host and just get my feet wet. And then once I started like hosting, seeing my friends do it, I'm learning from them, really getting real tips from my friends that do comedy. I started like writing my own sets. I'm finding jokes at work. I can plug this in here. I can talk about this, and then just like speaking about life. So
who's your favorite comedian? Now we talking about comedy.
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's my.
bro.
That's the first one. You talking about the mask, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Bruce Almighty though.
When I hear people say like who their favorite comedies, I hear Richard Pryor, Kevin Hart, Bernie.
They're great. Like all
No. I'm just saying
Jim Carrey,
that's
though,
the usual.
he got it,
So
though.
I want you to explain why is Jim Carrey.
For everything all the messages that he pushed outside of comedy, like he don't mind like being in a vulnerable position to express himself, and then like his whole philosophy around it, and then like I don't know if y'all heard the story about him on it was Living Color.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
He was like, yo, nobody really gave him a chance. It's like the black people opened their arms up to him, and like, Me,
So
bro,
Jim Carrey,
yeah,
Jim
Carrey's like one of my favorite, like one of my favorite comedians. Like even like his movies, yo, like you gotta think like how like he just embraced the role. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And his comedy is like he really live it, yo. He really live it, bro. And you can tell that he's just a funny person, right? But his funny is coming from a place of like healing. You know, not say that other people's aren't, but you can see that in his art. So
I'm gonna say my favorite. I can't even say my favorite, but my top three. I have to name a top three.
Yeah,
because if I got any of these three in the movie, I'm watching it. Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Chris Rock.
Yeah,
okay.
Them three. If those three are in a movie, I'm watching it. I'm enjoying it most
Martin
likely.
is my favorite sitcom, like my favorite like show.
It used to be Martin, maybe because my godmother, she played it out so much, man. She was one of the people that watched every episode.
She played it out so much.
Yo, she watched every episode, and I almost know every episode back to back, but I don't even favor it no more.
Right.
But my definite favorite. I met him in person. Y'all met him in person. He did a comedy show down here. I got his number and everything.
He did.
Yeah, I got his number and everything. I talked with him a couple times. He just had a surgery probably last year, man. Yo, say what?
I said your book, bro, man.
No, I definitely talked with him. He had a surgery last year, and I reached out to him. He never reached back, but my dad definitely stayed in contact with him, and he a cool dude, meeting him in person, but he's definitely funnier. He's one of them people you see in person. That's usually with most comedians. You see him in person, they're funnier.
Yeah,
But you see him on the Netflix or wherever you might see him on, it's like, all right, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
But definitely, yeah, those are my top three. And probably my favorite sitcom, though. I mean, you asked about the sitcom.
What's your favorite sitcom?
Probably the Wayne Brothers.
Okay.
The Wayne Brothers.
Of course.
They got Sean, who's like serious, and you got Marlon.
Marlon is always mine.
And Pops, come on, D.
Legendary, bro.
And you had an instant, like you had like a bunch of stars that came through that show.
So true.
And
I mean,
but Martin had a good amount of stars too, though.
Def Jam comedy had it though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
They had it.
Def Jam had it. Yeah, you right. Right.
Hello, bro.
Yes, yo.
Who, Martin?
Yeah.
But let me say this. I hate to say this though, like while we on here, but I feel like when our men dress up as women, we are belittling ourselves a little bit.
So you know, my comedy started like that, right?
It don't always have to be.
It started off wearing wigs, like just being funny, like imitating women and stuff, right? And it grew. And I'll be honest, like I'm so open about my stuff. I was telling people like. I was like, they was like, well, why you stop the wig thing? And I was like, bro, it was bringing attention I didn't want.
Right.
See, me, I'm a person with like energy. I'm a person with like morals and principles and things of that nature. I don't mind throwing a wig on and cracking a joke. I'm a man. You know what I'm saying? But when I got like,
it's a difference between
approaching me, like, you know, like when I start saying something, like it make me uncomfortable. And if it make me uncomfortable, I'm just gonna be like, all right, I know I'm funny, because I just gotta wear the wig. And not to say like every man that's wearing a wig deal with that, but it's like just me personally, my personal preference. But I can say this though. When I sat back and I really like, I'm a big thinker. I journal a lot too. I write a lot.
Okay.
So I was like telling myself like, what are your options? Like, are you wearing the wig because you really embody this role and it's funny, or are you wearing it because of the clout you down getting this cool act?
Okay.
And I was doing it for the clout. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing it for the clout.
Yeah.
I was a fly on the wall, bruh. I went from fly on the wall to a social media sensation like overnight.
So motherfuckers ask you out in public, ask you for a picture.
So it was like, so I'm like, yo, this is the attention these dudes get. I'm gonna wear this wig. I'm gonna wear it every time I dress I get. And then I started realizing I was steering away from why I started comedy. It was like now I'm chasing clout versus me trying to make people feel good, make them, you know what I'm saying, happy, whatever the case may be. And I had to stop doing that. And that's why I got to my regular skits and things, which is still hitting. You know what I'm saying? Which is still doing good.
So let me ask you this, right? Because I also heard you say you work with Nike. How was that? And how did that start? How's it going? And
that was a blessing, bro.
How did they find you?
So first I was working at DTLR.
Okay.
And while I was in there, it was a young black dude. Shout out my man Russell. I shout him out so much. He had just moved to Baltimore. Nike had just moved him here. He was what we call EKINs, which is Nike spelled backwards. So that's the marketing reps. So he was an EKIN in Baltimore. Just got here, and I saw him in the office. And I told him like, bro, like I'm saying, let me show you the city a bit. Like it's Baltimore. It can be a little rough, but you with me. Yeah. That's doing fire, bro. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's Baltimore. I'll show you the city a little bit. You'll be good with me, like, because the last thing you want to do is like visit somewhere and then be with somebody who don't get no respect or like no love. It's like, dang, bro, like they think I'm you now, like. So I'm taking them around, showing the city. We end up building our own personal relationship. I started the Run Club under Neighborhood Hero. And we run, which is like rebuild, uplift, and nurture in the city communities. And, but long story short, you came to one of the run clubs, and when he saw like the goal I was on, I never knew he pitched my story to Nike.
Okay.
He was like, yo, they had a you know how like Just Do It was a campaign? They had a new campaign called Play New. and they was like, yo, we want to just tell about how people are utilizing the idea of sport in community. Right. And I was one of the only non-Olympic athletes that was chosen for this whole campaign. But he pitched it to him, told him the story. Where at that same time, bro was getting promoted. So he was like, yo, bro, I can't think of nobody else that'll be a better Ekin in Baltimore than you. Like, you should apply. And that's why, and yo, my coworkers will tell you, bro, I tell them all the time, like, I'd have never applied for this job if I didn't get empowered by another black person, because it can be intimidating. You feel me? Like, when you hear certain positions, it can be intimidating. But long story short, they flew in. They did the video, which ended up being a commercial. They put it on their social media and website, their app and everything. It was crazy. And during that same time, I was in the interview process. Now, it's two different sides of Nike. You got the branding side and then you got the marketing side, right? I was applying to the marketing side, but the brand side is who did my video. So the marketing side, they didn't know I applied for a job. When the video was about to drop, they like, yo, you the same kid we did the video on? I'm like, yeah, that's me. They're like, why you ain't tell us? I'm like, because they ain't got nothing to do with that. I want the job. I was going through the interview process regular, bro. Everything I had to do, I did it. Bodied it. I learned about what I had to learn about, and it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? Two and two came together. And I ain't saying I got the job because of the video. I ain't saying I got the video because of the job. They were two totally different things. You had one because of the mission I was on with community, and then one because the experiences I had, and then it's my passion for sport. So it just it was God, bro. It was it literally was the same time all that was just happening. It was it was just, wow, what did we hire this man?
So let me say this, right? Working with Nike they're very strict. I learned, and that you got that deal through them. I'm proud of you and congratulations.
I'll be honest, bro. That's one of the most non-strict companies I've worked for.
Well, I felt like they were strict because I'm gonna say this. I've done a photo shoot for them. And we pitched it to them with my man's on a dirt bike tip. And when we pitched it to them, they was basically they was saying we like the idea, but when we did it was cold. They was we could see people are uncomfortable in the pictures. Do it again, send it to us, and we'll move from there.
For sure.
So that's why I said congratulations and kudos to you, because getting that is not easy. And the fact that you did it and got it done from just ground up, basically.
And the blessing, I wasn't looking for it, bro. That's why I tell people, whatever your idea is, I'm a firm believer in doing the work without the title. I was doing community work before I had a nonprofit. I just love the community. I never said I got a nonprofit, because I just do the work. Everything else just gonna fall in line with what's going on.
So the nonprofit, I need you to give me the name.
Nonprofit. It's called Neighborhood Hero, and it's still in some beginning stages. It takes a lot to really build a nonprofit. I'll be honest. But we still on a mission. You know what I'm saying? Even when I left to go to LA, my friends, they still meet every Tuesday at my crib and run. You know what I'm saying? And I be hurt because we don't have as big of a crowd as we did when I was here. Nowhere near it. And now if I can tell Baltimore one thing, why didn't it start the run club for me to look good? I didn't start it for me to get a job. I did it for the people, bro. It's I did this for y'all, so y'all can feel the power, so y'all can come together as a community and do something that makes you feel good individually. But together, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. But
a lot of stuff we don't do together.
Yeah, we don't. Because a lot of things we don't do for ourselves. So it's tough to do it together when you don't even do it for yourself. I had people that would come to the run, so the whole goal or purpose behind starting a nonprofit, but what made me lock in was COVID. I saw that black people dying at a faster rate than other races. And I'm why is that? So when I started doing some digging, I found out that we really suffer from cardiovascular disease. Terrible. It's the number one leading cause of death in the black community. Not even guns, you know what I'm saying? So when I found that out, I'm dang. The only way to fight against that is to work out.
For me, I feel when it comes to being healthy, I'm for it, but I ain't disciplined enough to always follow.
It ain't about that, it's about balance, bro. I tell everybody that life is about balance, bro. Nothing's gonna be perfect. It's always a scale, you know what I'm saying? And the scale is never gonna be completely even. It's always gonna be one side way or the other, but you can't let it sit that side too long.
So let me ask you this, right? Now we're talking about health. How do you feel about Canada trying to kill us? Canada really trying to kill us.
They said natural fire or something.
Yeah, who the fuck is us?
I'm blaming them the Canadians. The Canadians took it back.
Kill us. What the fuck look like?
That did.
I haven't even seen it, so that's what I'm saying. There ain't no pictures out. It's a smoky video. What's the video? It's probably 10 seconds. It's a fire.
Definitely.
This shit a TikTok.
When I'm done, I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, find that shit, please, dude. Because them motherfuckers trying to really try to kill the whole.
They be having hella videos of their fire.
They try to by the way. Yeah,
No,
we know
for real,
that
because
gonna be
when
a
I
little
came out the other
emotional.
day on my break, it was hella foggy.
That's
Yo.
what I'm saying.
What the fuck is
They
going
they try to play it off when we called on, like, hold on, it's foggy. Yeah, by the way, we got a fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all should go ahead, just relax, we won't put it out. They really just try to kill us.
It smelled like a barbecue.
Do you know, like,
It smelled like barbecues and gunpowder. I'm like,
do you know that fire
yo,
is probably a little more higher than killing the whole whatever it is? Because the soot alone probably would kill, you know.
I don't know. I feel as though they got the equipment.
I feel like they trying to take us out.
to get it.
There's always something.
We gonna get it back in blood.
I'm so tired. I was like, man, fucking get it, man. Whatever's going on.
We get it back in blood.
I'm just gonna pray to God and keep moving, man. That's it. Let's go pray to God.
I just feel as though the system be trying to ruin this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They trying to
They don't want that shit
not
to
say
go
nothing.
forward. I don't know.
New York they said for New York is on a whole orange filter. New York got an orange Instagram filter for the entire city right now.
Yeah, that's all
And
right.
they talk about if you go outside, it's equivalent to smoking 6 cigarettes.
God
That
damn.
shit probably worse than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when the fuck you ever heard of this shit happening? Like, this ain't the first fire that happened in Canada. Now all of a sudden they get this big fire, we about to almost die.
But
We got
low key,
outside. We ain't
I would
worried
never
about
think a wildfire would get started in Canada.
How many
Because it's like,
how many times LA's get fired a year? Do you hear them?
Yeah.
That's LA. That's
They're
normal.
stuck by themselves, too.
That's normal.
Do you ever hear them talk about
Canada, you think
Arizona,
about
what,
winter, though.
break down? No, you don't hear that. You hear them just getting the fire, the homes they there probably should evacuate, but Canada, how much of Canada is on fire to the point where we getting there soot and shit?
I ain't even gonna lie.
It's a nuclear
One time
war
I've been living,
coming on, man.
I ain't never known Canada had one.
That's what I'm saying, they
I ain't even gonna hold
Yo,
I
if you
ain't never
somebody in Canada, I guarantee you they'll find you. That's how small the murder rate is.
I don't know, low-key, because they was having little silent wars in Ohio, so you never know what the fuck people do.
Yo,
No,
I'm
it's
talking
like
about
shit where they was like exploding
They
shit.
say ain't no black people over there.
Chill.
Over there, be that guy.
Chill.
Anything black, anything black.
They ain't getting me, I don't know too much.
Chill, don't talk about this shit no more. The fans gonna come in any minute, man.
Not you scared me.
Listen, my life is going real good right now. I don't need the fans to come to grab me. Life is going good for me. Things are going my way.
It's going
The
great.
last thing I need is the fans to grab me up and I'm in a maximum security.
I mean, as long as you're not doing nothing, you good. As long as you doing
This bottom, my police, probably that big.
because the way you say,
You didn't want me to
Boy,
go.
the way you say,
I'm over the truck, I got
I ain't
sued.
doing nothing, but I mean, listen,
John, you ain't never know.
They're always like, damn, right.
I said, that's what if I get a fucking warrant out for my arrest because of this video.
hell no, they gonna break something up. They say, yeah, on your MySpace in 2012, you posted this shit. Hell no. That's exactly how they
They
do
gonna
it.
dig deep like, yeah, we saw
I
secrets.
don't even have the password to
The
that.
feds don't play feds. I hope you know that. By the time they come get you, by the time the feds come get you, they already have their case.
Years.
By the time they come grab you and put your hand
Of course.
up, they have their case. So literally, the feds have I think it's a 98 conviction rate.
Yeah.
So by the time they come get you, they already did everything. They got it.
But I feel like
They can spend the money on the feds to investigate you, man.
You know what makes them mad? What makes them mad with the feds is taking them to trial. See, most times they come and bring you all this evidence, they expect you to plead out or plead guilty.
But what I don't like is that they make you do yes and no questions. I feel as though the same way they give a big statement, they should allow the person that is
See, they don't play fair. They don't play fair.
But I feel as though they should allow the person that's being prosecuted to basically.
Listen what you just said, the person being
Right.
prosecuted. Damn, the person being prosecuted.
Because I feel as though
That man is-
that yes and no is just the way it's trapped. I feel as though that yes and no.
Yo, if there's one thing the system loves, it's black man that fuck up. I promise you, and like I said, I'm being open about stuff.
I ain't gonna say just
I gotta
black
check
man,
my.
but
I'm gonna say black man.
person of
I'm gonna say black man. I'm gonna say black. I'm gonna speak from my experience. I ain't been locked up with a Hispanic guy that go through his court process. I know as a black man, I had a white judge. This lady told me. This lady said, my first time getting arrested in court. This lady said, I don't know if I can trust you. I'm like, why? I got letters from all these people telling you the work I do in the community, telling me this. I said, no, because you've been keeping your nose clean this long in Baltimore, and the first time you get arrested is with this. I was like, damn.
They try to build the case.
It's like, how you say You can this clean in Baltimore in one sentence, and then say first time I got arrested with this in one sentence.
So now
that means I did it right for 29 years.
And how you try to play this like you run an organization.
Exactly.
You kept
See, like, I didn't do more digging on you, but I'm like,
it's not ridiculous.
Look, in my head, I'm like this, do the digging. But, excuse my French, y'all. I ain't gonna do it. Do the digging.
No, say what you want to say.
I was gonna say the word, but I'm not saying it. No.
Say bitch.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
You don't like to call that bitch a bitch.
It proves them right when we do that, and I hate that. I hate that we can prove them right, bro. But I said it the same, right? I'm not saying
a bitch straight up.
No, sometimes
that's how you do friends, though. They say, you know.
Listen, well, that bitch is a bitch.
She was.
It's women out here, it's women, and then it's bitches.
My whole thing's like this. I'm like, all right, do your digging, right? But once you do your digging, give me the credit I deserve. Because if you find something bad, you gonna can me. If you find something good, you can come back and say, oh wow, I didn't find nothing. You're squeaky clean, Mr. Williams.
Oh, listen,
and I'm gonna do that, bro. So it's like, yo, when you, like us, it's something I got to the point where the way I move now, I'm so confident in my intentions, I'm so confident in my actions, and I'm so intentional about it, that whatever comes after that, I sign up for it. I don't care. 10 toes. It is what yo, I said my CFP, my supervisor, dog. I had got unsatisfactory on me controlling my mood at work. And I asked him, like, why did you give me unsatisfactory? And he was like, oh, basically he's improving. He was like, yo, because the one time we was at this work event, we kind of went off on the other manager. Because long story short, we had this van situation. We on that run, I was telling y'all about 200 miles on. I had a van, and you know, it was some discrepancy, so I got a bigger van than everybody else, but they took my van and gave it to the faster team. So I'm like, yo, just because I'm on a slower team don't mean I should ride a smaller car. That's my van. Like, I was nice to the girl in the prize. She gave me this van. I want to piggyback. So I expressed how I felt in the moment, but nobody was hearing me, so I was like, man, F this. Like, forget it straight up. Like, I walked off on everybody. They said, you was wrong for walking off. I said, no, I said, he was like, you know what I mean? I said, bro, I apologize for a lot to you, right? He's like, yeah, man, you do good at like recognizing when we was wrong. I said, I wasn't wrong in that sense. I was disrespected. And as a human being, I'm not disrespected. I don't care if I'm your employee, I don't care if you're my manager, my mother, I don't care if you're God himself. I don't disrespect you. I respect everyone. Why? I do intentional stuff. I see a man and his lady out, if I hold the door for both of y'all, go ahead, got it, man. I want you to feel good as a black man, or as a white man, whatever man, I want you to feel good as a person. Even women, but I'm at the gas station. If you put the gas for you, yeah, I'll pump the gas and leave.
Not even on the floor.
It's messing them up like, he ain't even. But the best compliment I ever got from a woman, best compliment. I went out, hung out, turned up. I left my car at the club. We ended up catching the Uber because we both was drunk, right? Yeah. Uber stopped at her crib. When she got the Uber, she's like, yo, I want to thank you because I ain't feel no pressure tonight. She's like, I ain't feel no pressure, yo.
No,
she's
you do be feeling very
no pressure. She's like, I ain't feel like I had to do nothing.
Yeah, you already know, like, when women come first on a date, what's the first thing we want from them?
That night, right?
No, I didn't know.
The more you order, the nastier you better get. I'm gonna just tell you.
Give me niggas like him. Give me niggas like him.
Listen,
Give me
the more
niggas
you
like him.
order, the nastier you better get.
Don't have to take you for advertising.
If your food is like over $60, listen, I better get $60 over.
Give me niggas like him.
Listen, hey, I gotta tell somebody, women that could order steak and crab cake and shit. And think they just going home after that.
Men be doing the same shit though.
Go the fuck, you know?
That's why you gotta get